Yeah, so it sounds like this is very interesting that you're talking about like enabling people within the organization to sell on behalf of you essentially. It's almost like having the internal agent that you enable and that person can have an easier job done, right? Because that's really what it narrows down to. I mean, I was describing this earlier when the champion is just the gatekeeper at the same time because that person doesn't want anyone else to involve and disrupt the process, right? Probably that's what it is. But now you're talking about, hey, we can take this to the next level and enable them to the way that their job is super easy, right? I have a question regarding the customer retention and how you see the customers responding. You said that G2, your number one solution in that category. What do they say when the renewal is coming on your end and you're talking to them about that?
Yeah, our customers, when they renew, of course, there are a few that didn't renew. Not everything's perfect, but I think that the feedback that we typically hear is our sales team love it because of the engagement that they get from buyers. They just feel that they're influencing the deal more and they just get a lot of positive feedback, and positive feedback really helps them differentiate. They tell us a lot of stories about how they won a certain deal because they shared a room at this point of the quarter, and their CFO entered and they multi-threaded, or they shared something that helped the champion close their biggest deal. So they have a lot of these win stories. The ones, of course, that measure things have measurable, improvement from stage one to stage two, sometimes improvement in cutting POC cycles. So if they implemented mutual action plans successfully, then that's like a big thing that they'll talk about how they cut down like the POC to one ratio, for example. That's something that we hear a lot. AEs typically talk about the insights the most. They get addicted to how a line makes them look, how professional the buyer feedback. They just get addicted to that feeling that they're being validated as a good salesperson that's giving a good experience, and we know how that feeling translates to result, but they can really ride it in a feeling. And the second thing is they say it's like a sixth sense. Like, or I can't leave right now without going and digging into each day and seeing who entered and how much time and what they did. It's like now knowing these things, I can make decisions throughout the sales process that I couldn't have before, and that's what they really get hooked on.